Friends, this is not a drill. It's the finale, but also Renaissance Tour is going to be announced tomorrow.
Oh.
Allegedly. Please listen to me, cease and desist, Beyonce's team. Allegedly.
Even on that bad foot?
Listen, the foot's going to be healed by the time the tour starts. But what we need to do is buy these tickets. So allegedly, there was a radio station that accidentally posted something on social media too early about a giveaway to purchase tickets for their city's date. And so because that came out, the Beehive has been scrambling. And now allegedly, Bee's camp is just going to release all of the dates tomorrow.
Huh.
So if you're a fan like I am, get ready.
So now's the time for us to probably announce Beyonce will be performing at Black Tech Week. Could
you drop off news now?
Could you imagine? So I'm very excited about this news. If it's true, I hope it's true. But I also hope in our world of the Ticketmaster monopoly that we live in, that we will have resolved some of these technical issues that we've had in recent years around ticket purchase.
Maybe she can pick somebody else, you know?
Could you imagine she picks like a small startup to host her tickets?
Black owned.
Or even built one herself real quick. Because after Taylor's debacle, I wouldn't want anything to do with it.
Did you guys see any of the Senate hearings start? Maybe Brian would know that. For Ticketmaster?
Not yet. Not that I'm aware
I don't think they've had time yet.
Okay. I'm very intrigued to hear how that goes. Because that is a pure... What are some of your least favorite monopolies in the world? I have very strong feelings about Ticketmaster and Eventbrite. Especially. Being just terrible monopolizers.
I mean, Ticketmaster is, if you look at the law, like the same law they use to break up Standard Oil, Ticketmaster is right up there in their behavior, the way they make people use them, the way they buy venues out. Like, it's monopolistic behavior as designed in the law.
Even when you try to go around it, I'll buy my tickets through Live Nation. JK, it's Ticketmaster. I'll go to Vivid Seats. JK, it's Ticketmaster company. All of them.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of any of my least favorite monopolies. But you know what I dislike? I dislike when, most of the time it doesn't work. But when cities outsource their things to parking, that never works. Or convention centers to private entities, and it's that kind of thing. It's that kind of thing. Do you
remember when the used to pay for a streetcar app that cost more than the revenue it generated to run?
Oh, that was bad. That was bad, for sure.
I've got a favorite monopoly. I'm not a monopoly guy, but wow, Luxottica has really, really cornered that market in a unbelievable way. Unbelievable.
Man, but once you step outside of it, the glasses are really nice. Yeah.
These are $40 Disney frames.
Yeah, they can be really nice. They can be really nice. So
they don't ever want you to find out.
Yeah, step outside of it. Give it a try. Give it a try. You might get smushed though.
My favorite monopoly right now, right this second in my life, is definitely whatever has happened in the internet space. I have only one internet provider in the city I live in. There is no option in my specific city. I don't know how they've managed to do that in different regions around the US, where there can only be one. Some cities have a couple. Most places it's one. You get Xfinity, or you get Time Warner, or you get Cox, and that's it.
Can we talk about? I've got a question for behind the scenes. Do you mind if I have one real quick?
Oh, of course.
Sure.
Have you guys been following this guy who's making he's trying to reverse his age? Have you seen this guy, Brian? What's Brian's last name? Does anybody remember? Is it Brian Johnson? He was the founder of Braintree and Venmo, I think.
Oh, is he the guy who doesn't actually look that young?
No, he doesn't look that young. He doesn't look that young.
I think
His age from like his 40s to being like an 18-year-old body, like internally.
yes.
Have you seen this?
I just saw a picture of him and my first thought was like, you don't actually look that great, so I don't know what we're doing here. And then I exited out of whatever it was.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of people who are on his like diet plan and exercise plan. And he keeps posting about it. Whoopi Goldberg talked about it on The View the other day. I don't watch The View. I saw a clip. And it's weird. And he eats the same thing every day, like down to the gram. And today I tried one of the things, you guys. It's really bad. And you know, I'm a very like, I'm willing to try anything if it's vegan, right? So.
Okay, I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. What happens when he dies?
Exactly. And he's got all sorts of rebuttals on, you know, on the Bird app. But it's the thing I ate today. If I could get up and show you, you just so bad.
Is it a meal? Is it a snack?
It's a meal. Okay, so it's a meal. So he does this breakfast every day. And it's black lentils, cauliflower, broccoli, ginger, garlic, lime, cumin. And you can eat it as a bowl, or you can eat it blended. And then you're supposed to drizzle olive oil. And you guys, the final part, he said, you could sprinkle hemp seeds. And then he said you could sprinkle dark chocolate. And I thought, okay, maybe that just really spices it up. The way, Brian, what was my face like today? It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And this is supposed to be for what?
Longevity.
Vitality.
Yeah, longevity. It's supposed to be like helping your body to like.
But don't we all have ancestors who actually just ate good food and lived to be 90, 100 years old?
My great grandmother was 101. She drank brown liquor, okay, like, and smoked cigarettes, no doubt, and worked in a salon. And you know, there's plenty of things going on in there.
Come on.
I get it, but yeah, is really interesting. So I'm gonna repost the meal and.
Is that life worth living though? To not enjoy the meals?
That one is not. That one is not. I'm vegan. I'm happy with it. Life's an adventure over here, but that is painful. I tried it. I didn't want to talk smack about him online. I was like, let me try this out. Nah, it's bad. It's bad, and the seasoning is wrong.
Get somebody else to do it.
Dead wrong.
Absolutely not. Wow. You know what seasoning isn't wrong? Some of the flavors and experiences and cleaning experiences on tonight's episode. So that being said, let's go see. Yeah, we got a little.
Let's clean the body. Clean the body.
Oh. Okay.
Microbiome.
I was trying to make it cool because it wasn't all food. But I was trying to give them suspense because not everybody watching knows who it is yet. You know.
Okay. I was what are we?
Okay.
It's fine. All right, Kate, let's get started. Welcome back. And hello, if it's your very first time seeing us. Welcome to Twitch Pitch, the very first pitch competition live here on Twitch. This is season 9, the finale of the Target Forward Founders special edition of Twitch Pitch. We're so excited for you all to join us today. If you didn't see the previous episodes, I'll give you a recap. We saw 16 incredible companies from the last 2 cohorts of Forward Forward founders come join us on the program. Today, after a lot of voting and some tiebreaker situations, we have the top 4 companies here today with us. We're so excited for you to see them again. Let me tell you how tonight's going to go. We're going to meet each of our companies again. If you haven't seen their previous episodes, it's okay. They'll show you their company a little bit. And we'll see them do a live product demo for us tonight. We'll answer a couple of more questions. You in the audience, if you have more questions of them, drop them down below. We'll get your questions answered too. Then we'll vote one last time for the winner. If we are in an event, which we have been in previous seasons, where we have a tie at the end, it's important that you stay tuned the entire episode, because if there is a tie, you, the audience, will break the tie. So stay with us the entire episode, watch all the presentations, take lots of notes, and we're going to get started in a second. But before we get started, we are super, super excited to be able to bring this to you with some of our favorite partners, including Target. Target's Forward Founders is an accelerator for early-stage CPG companies looking to better understand retail. It's designed to help historically under-resourced founders be the next wave of wealth-building companies. And if you're interested in joining them for their next cohort, February 3rd is the deadline for their upcoming programs. Go check them out online. The show is also brought to you by the Ohio Third Frontier. OTF is an internationally recognized tech-based economic development initiative that is successfully changing the trajectory of Ohio's economy. OTF works with innovative startups around the state, making Ohio the destination for the best tech entrepreneurs. And the show is also brought to you by Black Tech Week, the greatest Black Tech conference in the history of conferences that's ever existed. It brings together thousands of people across industries, backgrounds, and experiences to gather, learn, and find their home. We are so, so excited to have you here. Tahaji, we're glad you're excited. We're excited too. It's going to be a fantastic episode. For those of you who didn't get to see who's in the finale, I will tell you now. Tonight, we are going to see Kiss Kiss Goodnight again, Phreshly, 50Hertz, and Tend in the finale. It's going to be a super tight race. I know it's going to be really tough. Everyone in the audience, who is your favorite going into the episode? Let us know below. Super excited to hear who you're excited about. So we are the team here at Lightship. I'm Lexi, do lots of things. We have Candace over here. She is our founder and CEO at the foundation, one of our general partners and our expert on all things CPG. We have Brian over here. He's our other partner, our AI expert, and we are so excited to hang out with you all tonight. So with that, let us meet our first finalist of the evening. Let's see Shelly Ann again. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So you've had the privilege of kind of sort of doing this already on the show, which is probably why you got so many cool votes. But to see from you, give us a product demo, tell us who you are and what your company is quickly, and show us around.
Yay. My name, again, is Shelly Ann Winokur. I am a mom of 4, a chemical engineer, and the founder of Kiss Kiss Goodnight. And Kiss Kiss Goodnight truly believes that little ones with sensitive skin and eczema deserve a chance of normal, healthy, resilient skin. So we created microbiome-friendly skincare that addresses the root cause of sensitive skin, which is an imbalance and damaged skin microbiome. So our little ones simply don't have enough of the good microbes on their skin to help protect their skin against pathogens that cause eczema and sensitive skin, and also help regulate their skin. So Kiss Kiss Goodnight created microbiome-friendly skincare. So in our last pitch, I showed off the Lullaby Melting Balm Cleanser, which is an innovative product. It's an oil-based cleanser, microbiome-friendly certified, the only one of its type in the baby industry. And just to review, we also have some pH-friendly lotions, which is a pH of 5.2, which is a pH that the microbiome needs to thrive. We have our balm and oils, which are specially formulated with rich in omega-3 and omega-6 for that skin barrier. But today I am going to talk about our jellies, these babies. These are cleansers. They're prebiotic bath jellies and they're bright colors. And this was our move to move from the baby space and enter the toddler space. And we have the colors are all plant-based. So this is, let me point the right way, blue spirulina, giving us our nice blue galaxy. Sea buckthorn fruit extract, giving us this bright yellow for little star. And hibiscus powder, giving us the pink for pink moon here. So similar to our Lullaby Melting Balm Cleanser, it's oil-based, no essential oils, and I'm going to do a quick demo in case you missed it. This is a little different than our Lullaby Cleanser because, as you can see, it's a little bit more viscous, and that's because we want those tiny hands, the toddlers and preschoolers, to play with it. We wanted to them to massage it onto their hands and body before the bath or during the bath. We wanted them to paint it on themselves and just have a good old time. And then when they get into the bath, I'm going to do a close up and not ruin my computer. It transforms into this gentle cleansing milk. So here we have the added sensation of a color change. So we're going from blue to white, and they love it. The toddlers love it. The preschoolers love it. Moms use this on their face to clean their skin, to take off makeup. But that's not it. We also have a prebiotic, and I'm actually a bigger fan of a prebiotic in skincare versus a probiotic because they're simple sugars that help feed, clinically proven these ones are, to help feed the good microbes on your skin so kids could develop even healthy and resilient skin. So Kiss Kiss Goodnight, definitely when we get to that toddler, preschool, and even older, we want to make bath time still fun and engaging, because we know the little ones with sensitive skin, they're missing their bubble baths. They don't get the bath bomb. So we still want them to have fun because bath time is fun. It has to be an engaging experience for the little ones. And I actually made this with my little one today. So the fun part about having all three of these jellies, for the little ones, is that you can mix them and you can create other colors. So we have our pink, blue, and yellow, and you could create purple and this orange and this green. And I made this little palette, which I'll have to give to my 4-year-old, and she'll just paint it on her skin right before the bath or during the bath, and then she'll go in and the entire thing will turn into a nourishing milk bath. So no bubbles, but we have a milk bath that's truly good for her skin. And then when she comes out of the bath, she is going to be lightly moisturized and her skin's just going to feel really good. So of course, a fun experience, but a very microbiome and healthy experience for the little one's skin. So these are toddler products, and Kiss Kiss Goodnight, I have teens and preschoolers. So I am excited to grow this business and make products for the entire family. And that is our goal for over the next few years, to bring this cleansing technology for the entire family. So thank you so much.
Brilliant. Candace?
Shelly, congratulations on getting all the kids to school yesterday by yourself. I think I saw that on your Instagram. Is that right?
Sorry, I didn't get to hear you.
I said, congratulations on getting everybody to school on your own yesterday. On your Instagram, it made me laugh so hard. Those mornings are really tough.
Yep.
But can you tell me a little bit about, and this might just be helpful for people to understand, when you start a small business, what it looks like to actually manufacture this type of thing. So what does manufacturing look like today for Kiss Kiss Goodnight? Who does it? Where is it done? Is it in quantities of 50,000? Is it small batch? Tell me a little bit about manufacturing.
Great question. So I mentioned I am a chemical engineer by trade. So I went to school to, instead of making things in the lab, I actually scale stuff up. So I've worked for Bristol Myers Squibb, Avon, McCormick, and we made thousands of kilos, but I don't do that quite yet. But I do production in-house. We have about 1,000-foot facility, and I'm able to, because of my experience, purchase all the mixers, equipment, and I still do all the raw ingredients because I really want to keep track of what we're getting and who we're getting it for. So our batches can be anywhere from sort of 60 to like 200, depending on the size of the product that we're making. Like, is it a small product? Is it a bigger 6-ounce product? So that's the batch size. So we're making on the 5 to 10 kilo scale still. And so we hope to increase that actually by 4 times this year as we scale. We can only scale by so much at a time. So that's our goal, to increase that by 4 times this year. And also hire someone to help. So I actually do all the production and my husband helps me package everything. We do work with others to get like our packaging printed, so it makes it easier one step. But yeah, we still do everything in-house, which is also the reason we slowly, release products. We learn how to manufacture it. Scale up is very different than making small batches. So it's worked to our benefit to scale up slowly.
Excellent. Thank you.
Brilliant. Brian?
Actually, my question's in the same vein. It's about the learnings from day one of this business till now. I am sure you have learned a ton, probably twice as much as your corporate career in a shorter amount of time. So what are the things that you kind of learned along the way, and how are you using those learnings to scale next?
Yeah, so as a chemical engineer, I felt really confident about manufacturing, even creating the products, manufacturing, even talking to raw ingredient suppliers. I've done that for years before. The interesting part came on using my voice and being the marketer and being the face of Kiss Kiss Goodnight. Even though I do have an MBA, it still took everything in me to go out there and be the face of Kiss Kiss Goodnight. And it's doing the Instagram reels, being on TikTok, being here. That is really where their learning came for me as a founder. It was doing the marketing and putting myself out there and just fine tuning and understanding that the message will develop and change, listening to all the different comments we get from our audience, from our customers, and really putting that into how that changes our messages, our messaging, and not just being in the lab and being technical and creating. So just that emotional and part that I also have to do as the founder. So that has been, the biggest set of learnings that I've had to go through. And you know what? I went through it. I'm going through it. And it just makes me more confident when I, of course, get to pitch here, for example. That is huge for me. And that's huge for Kiss Kiss Goodnight. So.
Well, you did an excellent job. So you never know that that's the piece of the further. So great job.
Thank you.
Friends, if you have questions for Shelly, this is your last chance to ask for questions. So if you have questions for her, make sure they're down below in the chat. So you mentioned that you want to make products for the entire family. Without maybe giving away anything that's proprietary, how do you plan on growing up with these kids?
You mean what types of products I tend to make, or is that what I
want to make? How are you thinking about growing up with? You've got the infant stuff, the toddler, to
Yeah. So in all honesty, like our cleansers can be used as face cleansers. So my older kids use them as face cleansers. So now what we're thinking about, okay, how do we make it even that much easier? How do we make a pumpable version of that they can have on their counter, a little bit different oils? And how do we make, now we have these bath products, how do we make solid bath products that melt in the bath? Like, those are the different things. How do we make maybe the same type of jelly and put a bead or a pH change to make it a little more acidic for mom? I have a gazillion ideas, and it just doesn't end. Like, that's one thing that I think content just like comes out of my mouth. Ideas just come, it's really going to be me communicating with our community and really identifying what the needs are. Of course, I do the same with my family. What does my family need? And communicating with our community, what do they need? And from there, we're going to fine tune the products that we are going to release. The really, really fun part and the surprising part during this whole journey is the technology that's coming out for skincare and ingredients. I am using new ingredients that weren't available 5 years ago. So that's another exciting part of our development. So.
Excellent. So M. Weiner wants to know, is there any significance to the color change?
The color change from the oil jelly to the milk color, that is because this is an oil product. And then when we add milk, we're making an emulsified product. So it's almost like we're making this really thin lotion. And that's where you're getting that color change. So I don't add water to the product, you're adding the water to the product. And you're actually making this physical reaction that changes it into a lotion on your skin.
Super cool. So exciting. All right,
You're
guys.
a great advocate for your company, Shelly. Like we're learning science just as you talk about it. So pretty amazing.
You have such good love in the chat. Everyone is saying how they use their product. You use your products on their face. People are saying that it's great for their kids with eczema. There's one more question real quickly. Will you consider products for acne-prone skin? I think someone in the comments actually uses it for acne-prone skin above them. But
yeah, I think, for example, the prebiotics in our cleanser is very good for acne prone skin. And, even changing the pH of our formula a little bit will also make it even better for acne prone skin. So that is certainly an idea that we have as we grow to develop a face cleanser So we will have a little bit of a different approach to acne. We're going to look at it from the microbiome level. What bacteria do we need to balance on the skin and to help with acne?
Brilliant. Friends, this is the last chance you're going to have. If you would like to vote for realsies, this is it. For Kiss Kiss Goodnight to win this show, you're going to text the number 1 to 520-542-2608. Once again, to vote for Kiss Kiss Goodnight, text 1 to 520-542-2608. Shelly, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Such a fantastic founder. We're going to roll right into seeing our next founder of the night. Let's meet Paul again from Phreshly. Welcome back to the show, Paul.
Hello.
Hello. For those who may have missed your episode, tell us what Phreshly is, and then feel free to get started.
Absolutely. Phreshly is simply a premium cocktail in a can. We simply wanted to bring the experiences of where we grew up in Ghana and marry it with the culinary experience of New Orleans culture and cuisine and put that in a can. Just like a cocktail that you get at your favorite rooftop bar, airline, hotel, or maybe Soho House. So that's the experience.
Brilliant. What are you going to share for us today?
Yeah. Before we go into today, I want everybody on this call, including the judges, to just close your eyes for a quick second. And I'm going to ask you to look back at what America looked like in 1920 and 1930, specifically from the perspective of women's rights and civil rights. All right, let's come back. Now, during the time of prohibition, education was something that was really lacking when it comes to consumption of alcohol. So bad that W.B. Du Bois and, of course, Frederick Douglass also really joined that movement of temperance to block the sale of alcohol because they simply did not know what consumers were putting into their bodies. Fast forward to 2023, the same thing exists today. When you go into your favorite store to buy, a canned cocktail or maybe a spritzer, you simply don't know what is real in there. Most of the brands in the market today are using malt-based liquor, which is simply a derivative of what they claim it to be. So here's an example. I made my favorite cocktail, which is the Garajillo. It uses simply just liquor 43, chocolate liqueur, and mezcal. Now, you can just go to your favorite stores and pick these up and make them, right? That costs money and time. What we truly wanted to do was bring you an incredible cocktail experience in a can that you can simply just pop open, put it in your favorite glass, like so, like that, as Tabitha would say, and also just add garnish to it, just like that. So you add garnish, pretend you make this cocktail at home for yourself or your partner, nobody's going to complain. The really great thing about Phreshly today is it comes with your own garnish that you can just use to basically take all of your Instagram photos and TikTok. What's really important for us right now is just not alcohol consumption. Alcohol is a vice. I get that. But essentially, it's really centered around education, right? Which is why we use upcycled ingredients, which is not going to sit on your stomach. And also for Candice, it's purely vegan. So as an example, all of our cocktails uses premium spirits. As I mentioned, it doesn't use any pepsin or isinglass, which is derived from pigs and fish. So it's good to go, and you can enjoy it guilt-free and share that with your friends. Importantly, though, as we continue to scale this brand, we want people to really enjoy that. So it's only 6% ABV. You can take it to a picnic date, or the guy or gal you've met on Hinge is coming over. Like I said, you can just pour this, add the garnish, and again, pretend like you made that. The important piece of Phreshly's journey as we continue to build this company really is not just direct to consumer. We really want to expand through retail. At the moment, there's over 2,000 brands on the market. 75% of them are all using derivatives and malt-based liquors. Whereas for Phreshly, we use locally sourced ingredients here in Georgia, also sourced in Southern California. And we're also doing all of our production here in Georgia. So it truly makes us a very much of a local brand. Myself and my co-founder, are both from Ghana. So we really wanted to bring that experience into the cocktail. And one thing that is really, really true is that the 3-tier system of alcohol is really, really tough. When you think about premium canned cocktail, it is not clearly defined for the consumers today. When people think about premium, they typically think about wine, which is why we're building Phreshly. And so as we continue to really, really sort of like build this brand, we're not just thinking about cocktails. We want to make our own elixirs that you can use to make your own cocktails at home, and also just create an incredible bar. And with Phreshly also, we're just with just 2 SKUs at the moment, but we're looking to expand our product line as we continue to scale the company.
Brilliant, brilliant. I wish we had taste-o-vision or smell-o-vision or whatever that was supposed to be for us in the future. Brian, let's get started.
I have a question about where you want to take the business, right? This is a big category, growing category. I think you laid it out for us last time, but where do you want it to go?
Yes, I think the category is really growing. One of the executives at Drizzly has said that it's going to grow 200x by 2020. And where we really want to take this is really build into a bigger. I think when we were building Phreshly, the one thing that really came up in my mind is we're going to build this as nobody acquire. There's no scale. And so as we continue to do this, I think scalability is really important. So retail is really huge for us. So distribution past just Georgia, where we're in, Southern California, Wisconsin, and also Northern California markets. More importantly, we want to put it into untraditional spaces, so airlines and airline lounges, which is an incredible discovery channel for our brand. So that's where we're looking to expand as we continue to scale.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Candice?
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your placement in the store.
That's a great question.
Yeah, are you with the other drinks that are in a can, or are you placed somewhere different?
Yes. So we want to be in that same spot, but also we can put us next to the liquor aisle. And we really want to evoke thought, which is why these 2 places are important to us. So as a premium brand, at retail is $20. And so the consumer that is looking at White Claw at, say, $12.99 for 48 packs is going, what's in this that is costing $20 at just 4 pack? Now, they're going to go look at the differentiators on the box and say, oh, actually, they're using real spirits and, of course, real ingredients. So we're going to use a lot of shelf talkers to really sort of communicate that in the stores. On the local aisle, though, if you want to just buy a bottle of mezcal, that's your prerogative. That's perfectly fine. We don't want to pit Phreshly against those brands. However, it's an extension where you say, okay, I can take this brand and mix it with something I already have at home, or I no longer want to buy this thing that I have to go home and create it for my friends that are coming over. I'd rather just buy something that's already pre-mixed and just have my friends enjoy that.
Fantastic. Candice, did you have another question?
I do.
Go ahead.
So Paul, when someone else mixes my food for me and I buy it at the store, it's not always great. So for example, I could buy stir fry in the freezer section. Not always wonderful. I can buy macaroni and cheese in the regular aisle. Not always that fantastic. Why is your blend better in a can?
Data is extremely important to us as a brand. So I have written 300 recipes over the last 9 years. We didn't just shoot that in the market and say, okay, great, everybody's going to love this. Instead, we leverage our community and ask people, what do you want, right? So as an example, we surveyed 6,000 people. 18% of them said, I want something sweet. Others said they want something that is savory. Others said they want both. And so as we continue to push out other flavors, as an example, for our next 2 flavors that we're thinking as for tequila and also gin. Now, where we needed our community's help was, okay, what else do you want in there? So we're asking questions around that. As a quick context here, peach flavor for the last 68 weeks has really led the category in RTD, right? So that tells us that this is there, but we don't want to just do that. We want the consumers to also tell us what they're expecting so we can go ahead and build that. So we leverage a lot of data, and we want to continue being data-centric as a brand as we continue to push out other flavors and scale up to retail.
That's really interesting.
Nice. So Giuseppe, hold tight. We'll tell you how to vote in a second. But for anyone who has questions for Paul, put him down below and we'll get to them in just a second. Paul, you actually talked an interesting bit about community. Talk about the role of community in Phreshly. I don't think I see a lot of community-driven things happening in other alcohol brands. So what is community for you guys and why is it important?
Yeah, we really wanted to gamify what community is for the consumer today. I think a lot of brands are leveraging both emails and SMS, but a lot of also people really want to get into things that are more sort of like gamified, right? Whether it's AI built or built by ML. And so for us, what we're doing is building a community centered around that. So for example, we'll ship something to Brian or Candace, and on the can, you scan the QR code that takes you to our community site, which we're launching in about a week. What it'll do is there's different things that you can do there to either click this and say, hey, share it to Instagram as an example, or create your own cocktail at home using Phreshly, post it on social so people can learn that. And as you do that, you start generating points. Those points, will use that to invite people to say, hey, here's a new flavor that we're launching, taste it, let us know. Or here is maybe 100 tokens that you can use to maybe invite your friends to also try Phreshly. And so to your question more specifically, I think the community piece is so important that we want to make it not boring, like everybody else is doing. When I wake up and I get an SMS from a company that I haven't bought from 10 years ago, I get pretty annoyed by that. But if it's something that's very actionable, then it's really important. I think an actionable community is something that we really want to do as we continue to build the company.
Fantastic. I don't see any questions for you, Paul, but people are talking about their ability to add things to the drink because it's so well balanced. Warwick T says that they love it. Lisa Birch makes her feel classy, and she loves the garnishes. Warwick saying it's flavorful, pairs well with everything, leaves you feeling rejuvenated. And a tip to add tequila, and it's a bigger party. So That's very exciting. So we love all these things, folks, particularly Giuseppe Calamari. If you would like to vote, now is your chance. You're going to text number 2 to 520-542-2608. Once again, for Phreshly, this is your last chance. Text 2 to 520-542-2608. It's a pleasure, as always, Paul. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So exciting. Let's keep on with the snacky snacks and the drinky drinks. Let's go hang out with Yao and Lois. Welcome back to the show, friends. I don't know who wants to take it away, but we'd love for someone to say what your company is, and then somebody give us a cool demo.
Hi, everyone. I'll take it over. Hi, everyone. My name is Yao. I'm the founder of 50Hertz Tingly Foods. I know there are new viewers, so I just want to give us a recap. We add a delightful tingling sensation from this spice that I grew up with called citron pepper. We want to add this new novel tingling, buzzing sensation to your food and drinks. And so 50 Hertz, why are we called 50 Hertz? That's because that's the tingly sensation. That's the frequency you feel on your tongue when you eat citron pepper. And it's actually not junk science. It's actually published in the peer-reviewed paper in the Royal Society in London. And I met the professor a couple of months, 6 months ago in London. He gave his blessing for us to use the brand name. So why do I think it's a great sensation? It's because I think people love stimulation in their food. That's why we drink sparkling water. That's why we eat hot sauces. People like sensation. People like to be touched when you eat something. You want to feel something. So we are offering a new touch, a new sensation from this unique spice from my hometown, Sichuan pepper. We started with one product, the green Sichuan pepper oil that Lois is showing you. We started with this one product. It's super floral, citrusy. Think of it as a truffle oil that you can just drizzle on anything. The whole business was inspired by a pasta dish that my partner was making. So he drizzled the pepper oil, the tingly oil, on the pasta he was making, and it's totally, went beyond the Chinese food. It's an Italian dish, so I started with the product, and now and it was reported in the New York Times, and we got 20,000 orders overnight, and that really catapulted the business. So now we have expanded into the dried peppers, the red oil, and the dried peppers, and also the tingly peanuts. That's our first snack product. This is actually our first snack product, our best-selling product, which shows actually it delivers that tingling and sensation so approachable and so directly to many customers. So where do we want to grow from this? I want to add this tingling sensation to many foods. The peanuts and the oils are just a start. In our last pitch, some of you asked us about the users case, and we're going to show you some of them. And Lois, take it over.
Awesome. Thank you, Yao. So in the last pitch, you talked about use cases. So we decided, why don't we show you? So we've prepped here like a bunch of products because we wanted to show you what you can use on it, right? So over here, I poured some red Sichuan pepper oil, which you can put on so many different products. You have pizzas, you have popcorn, you have, instant ramen, that midnight craving. Just put that, boil that, and then drizzle some oil or any like hot sauce with it, anything you want. You can even make a peanut sauce with it. You got peanut butter. You just add some of the oil, add some chili if you want, anything to like kick it up a notch. This is really popular, right? Just add it with your like wonton soup. And if you want peanuts, you can drink a beer, have some peanuts, watch a game, something chill, very fun. And then potato chips. Everyone has a bag of potato chips in their kitchen. My favorite, of course, is drizzling it over pasta. So you can make an arrabbiata with the red oil. The limits are, there's no limits, endless. Yeah, and also there's more. I decided to prep ingredients for a cocktail too, if you are interested in it. It's very simple. All you have to do is get a ginger beer, mint, gin, and then rub the top of the rim without oil, and then you have your tingly cocktail. Or you can also drop some of the oil into the cocktail itself, and then you get a tinglier cocktail. So either way, fantastic night. And there we have it.
Thank you so much, Lois, for the demo. I think all we're trying to say is, I think it's just a sensation. If we can prove that some people can not only accept, if not embrace this sensation, we can add it to anything. We can, why not a tingly popcorn or potato chips? There's wasabi peas. So it's really just a new sensation, and then we just get started, and we actually found a small growing Tingle head community, which was amazing actually. Thanks to the New York Times shout out and a few other media features. So that's what we're building. We're building more Tingly products. We're introducing new Tingly ingredients. It's not just Sichuan pepper from my hometown. There's Sansho from Japan. There's Timur from Nepal. So we're building a Tingly platform and also building a community. We have already 20,000 people in our mailing list, and it's just amazing. And I grew up, I started the business thinking I want to target the mainstream Americans, and because of a few lucky breaks, and we were able to reach some of them, and it's growing. And it's not actually entirely the Gen Z, the young people. Actually, some of them are actually really senior, highly educated group. That's our actual current customer base. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here, and I'm eager to answer all of your questions and tell you more.
Wow. So firstly, guys, take a look at the comments. The comments are on fire right now. Thank you so much for that presentation. While you look at the comments, Candace, let's get started.
Okay, so I guess I'll start with, you mentioned wasabi. Okay, and so I'm certain that wasabi became a little bit more mainstream at some point over the last couple of decades. How do you stay ahead of everyone else so that knockoffs don't start eating into what you're building?
That's I am thinking about that every day, right? Because that's why we have to claim the space. We are the first one. 50 hertz, we already claimed the name. 50 hertz represents that tingling sensation. That already says it all. So we want to claim the space. The Guardian came out with an article calling us the rebel with a tingly cause. So I want to be the tingly dude, with Lois. So and the Sichuan pepper guy. So I think credibility. We have to build our credibility. I think if there are actually competitors in the future, that actually means we have made it, because then it's a trend that are already catching on, and there are people copying us, but we will always be the OG.
Yeah, and I also
I love
I
that.
just wanted to add to that too. I think it's really helpful that this is from Yao's hometown as well. So the relationship that he's able to establish with the farmers in growing like Sichuan pepper is also really helpful, because it's a dying trade, right? It's a dying spice because it's so hard to harvest, that a lot of farmers are actually switching over to growing apples or peaches instead. It's just so difficult to grow. So I think having that established relationship that Yao has, is also really helpful in fending off people who are trying to like knock us off.
Awesome. And how are you dealing with the growth? So to go from, who knows, hundreds or maybe thousands of orders to 20,000 overnight, that's a huge deal. So how did that go? It may not have been great. You may have learned something.
I think in retrospect, what happened was overnight we received 20,000 orders, and when the company was 2 months old, and it was also July 2020, so it was during the peak of the pandemic. Nothing was working, if you remember, at the time.
Oh my gosh.
So it taught me so many lessons and gave us so many experiences. But I don't regret what happened. I'm just, if anything, I'm so grateful for what happened. But I wish I could do it less scrappily, and with what I know now, and also the right people to do it with. At the time, I was doing it on our own. So actually, that experience really built up our fulfillment capacity. And in the past couple of years, we received more media, like just surge of orders. Not in the tens of thousands orders, which I actually want that happen again now, because we have built a system. But still in the hundreds and thousands of scales, when we were able to deliver everything in a couple of days. So it's just a testament of what we're doing. I think So I think logistically, we're pretty solid. That's why we're actually applying for the give a shout out to the Target program for applying for the takeoff program, because I think we're there. So yeah, so I think logistically we're good with the growth.
Awesome. Thank you.
Brian?
I just got more of a comment that I'll ask you to respond to. First, I want to give you guys an award no matter what happens tonight for the furthest Twitch pitch in the 9 seasons. I think Hong Kong, where you are today, it's got to be, I think, the furthest I remember.
Singapore.
And Singapore, Lois is Singapore.
And Singapore, which is
Yeah.
only a little bit closer. So you guys definitely win that. The comment I was going to make, and I wanted to hear your thoughts, are about, for the audience that are also watching this show, like investors themselves. They're either invested in the product, they're invested in you guys, they're invested in somebody in this episode winning. You guys do something that you always look for as an investor, which is to describe a concept that you know to be important in your own words. One thing you describe, I think, really well is authenticity, right? You talk about your childhood and growing up with the spice, right? And how it's authentically part of your story and people can't replicate that authenticity. Brands look for that. Acquirers look to acquire authentic brands. And so you guys said that without, saying those words. I think that's really, really important. The second thing that you said, which I think is very, very true, is we know from some of the bigger brands we work with that competition only makes a category larger. And if you're earlier and authentic in that category, that only makes your slice of the pie bigger and bigger and bigger. That's another, I would say, advanced concept that, 100-year-old brands understand, that you guys are living every day. So I guess maybe the question is, how are you guys coming across all this good stuff?
Thank you so much, Brian. That's really made our more morning. It's our morning here. Yeah, it's that authenticity. I think it's rooted in our culture. With me and being from Sichuan, it's rooted in our culture. But actually, what we're trying to do is actually beyond, because we're not trying to do just Chinese food or Sichuan food or mala or another chili oil. We want to introduce, as I said, a new sensation. So it's actually a broader. My end vision for this company, for 50Hertz, is that tingling sensation will be the 6th flavor after umami, right? I think so. I want that to be that flavor, or more Americans, or more people outside of China will know about this. First, know about this tingling sensation, and then also try them, and also will fall in love. And how do I come up with all this good stuff? It's just, it's I think of, as entrepreneurs, like I couldn't sleep. I would wake up in the middle of the night thinking about these things. So my mind is always racing, which makes it hard. But I'm mostly having fun. It's when you're having fun, things feels like easier, but there are very stressful times. So so when Lois is around, and we're building a small team, that would really alleviate the burden.
Yeah, and I also think that having a partnership with Yao, it keeps us really grounded, because we actually talk about stuff. We sometimes argue, and that's okay, because we're getting to the core, to the root of what really matters to us. So even from the branding to asking ourselves, okay, do we want to be like overly like poppy and that maybe can get eyes, but is it truly us? Is that our soul? These are all questions that we ask ourselves, and sometimes it's not about asking ourselves the difficult questions, but being okay with the answers as well. So I think what Yao and I have is just so great, because we can argue, but we can also still be friends, which is really nice.
Thank you, Chilos.
Fantastic, guys. So I'm gonna steal a comment for my question. Let me scroll back up to it. Craig Stanford said they received 18 cans of Tingly peanuts yesterday, and will be ordering in the not so distant future. Period. Adjective. Period. So my question is, what's going on with these people's buying patterns? Like, what are you seeing in terms of trends? Is that normal? What's happening?
Okay.
Thanks, Craig. Actually, Craig is one of our OG customers from the New York Times. For the New York Times shout out. So I can guarantee it's not a friend who's commenting; it's a real customer. Um, yeah, we were surprised, how many people buy a whole case of our Tingly peanuts, 40 cans. I'm like, how many peanuts do you eat? Can you eat? I think people buy it. I think people discover a new sensation and they want to share the Tingly joy. So our customer so I think snacks is a very competitive category. I agree, but the velocity of consumption is just fast because we come from selling oil and peppers. Spice is difficult because of velocity is very low. You think of how many spice jars in your cupboard that you don't use and it's been there for years. But going from selling spice to also having snacks, the velocity is amazing. You see the change. So some people buy 8 cans and then they would come back the next week. I think the frequency in between the orders can be as low as 3 or 5 days. And that's what we see. I think a tingling sensation. It's numbing. It's puzzling. It's like drinking sparkling water or eating Pop Rocks. You want it. It's not burning you. It's like touching you. It's like playful. It's like someone giving you a massage on your lips and tongues, having a first kiss. So I could go on and on. I think you just want to have that. So yeah.
And to that end, well, I think it's also important with collaboration. So Yao and I were actually talking like just on this call, like we can just like easily collaborate with Phreshly to introduce like a citron pepper cocktail in a can. So that's what we want to continue doing because that education piece is so important for crossover products, which is why the peanuts are so popular. And we can collaborate with so many amazing brands, and that's something that we want to continue doing.
I love it. Thank you guys so much. You've got a question down here from the real Tim J. They've done some of your cooking shows that you've hosted. It was great reading viewers' recipes in the comments. Is there a formalized community that you're building?
Thanks for that question. Actually, I won't talk about our community. Actually, yes and no. So the direction is yes and no. So we have a informal community through our basically email campaigns. Email campaign is still our best marketing channel. We write our every email ourselves. And it's great with newsletters because we can write recipes. We can share Twitch pitch. Actually, that's how we galvanized our community to jumping to this call. So that's our informal community at the moment. What we are building, for example, we want to do actually a Facebook Tingle community. That's actually my dream. The reason why I mentioned Facebook is because our current customer base is actually the sort of slightly older, well-educated, New York Times reading community, and they buy their products for their kids and grandkids. So I think if we already tapped into the slightly more senior group, actually getting into the younger crowd is also it would require a new strategy, but I think it might actually also strike a chord with them. But also I think I'm traveling around the country and the world to do pop-ups. Because I think the logistics are pretty solid. The business running on its own. Lois is managing, the operation. Give me that operational infrastructure. So I'm, going to different cities, showing up in the stores that are already carrying our products and do sampling, demoing, and just talk about social media. As you can know, I wouldn't shut up about it. So I think people enjoy that engagement with me, with 50Hertz. So that's our community building strategy as well.
Fantastic. All right, comments. You guys are talking about a lot of stuff. It sounds like people are selling out your products right now on your website. Don't know if you've checked out the website, but the comments say some crazy things are happening. Guys, if you want to vote for Captain Tingles and Lois Tingles, we're going to take number 3 to 520-542-2608. Once again, for 50 Hertz, text the number 3 to 520-542-2608. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
We're going to see our last finalist of the night. What an exciting episode. We're going to
Is it exciting though? Because we have to vote.
This stresses you out. It doesn't stress me out. I think it's a party. I think it's going to be great.
Because we have 4 straight winners, and that's what's really tough here.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it in approximately 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Let's meet the 10th team again. Let's get healthy. Let's have some tasty snacks. Welcome back to the show, Hannah. What pretty flowers you got over there? Oh, you're on mute. It's all right.
Hi, y'all. Trying again.
Welcome back. So for those who missed your episode, tell us what Tend is, and then let's see a quick demo.
We are Tend, making the first snackable supplements from 100% real food. This whole thing started when I struggled to choke down those huge, smelly prenatal vitamins you have to take if you're trying to get pregnant. My husband, Bazad, happens to have a PhD in human nutrition with an emphasis in prenatal diet. We put our heads together to create Tend. We are reinventing the multivitamin, replacing all this synthetic stuff, synthetic pills and gummies, with 100% real food supplements. So this is our offering includes these delicious bars that are optimized for pregnancy, trying to conceive, and postpartum. We do have customers who are loving our product, even though they don't fall into these categories. I'm going to share with you a couple of our bars. Our flavors are lemon berry, which is in a cashew nut butter base, peanut butter chocolate, very popular for those peanut butter aficionados, and chocolate sea salt. So we are packing into this vegan gluten-free bar, packing the nutritional equivalent of 8 servings of fruits and vegetables with 27 essential nutrients. So you have the ingredients are broccoli, spinach, kale, pumpkin, sweet potato, sunflower seed, 16 fruits and vegetables, delivering all the folate, omega-3 fatty acids, all of the calcium, all of the iodine, biotin, all of these amazing micronutrients together with protein and fiber. So we are envisioning a real food movement, defining a new category of snackable supplements where you don't have to take any of these synthetic, hard to stomach things. You can take something delicious, injecting a moment of joy into your day that fuels you, and you can rest easy that this is a clean label product, nothing synthetic, no weird ingredients, just pure deliciousness.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Hannah. Candace, do you want to get us started?
Absolutely. So Hannah, after the show, I started Googling, and obviously Google tracked everything I did, and I started getting ads for a company called Gem. And Gem has a little bite that you can eat, and it's supposedly food. I can't really tell. Is this functional food, you think, a trend, or do you think that this is something that's here to stay? People are going to stop taking your standard supplement?
Yes. We are riding a consumer trend in the supplement category. Gummies are the fastest growing segment in the supplement category. So people are having pill fatigue. Products that are, trying to be another form factor, like a bar or a bite, or, I'm seeing like candies that have enhanced ingredients. These things consumers are wanting, they're tired of taking pills. Pills are unnatural. Pills are not fun. And especially if you're pregnant or if you feel nauseated or you just can't swallow them, like 51% of other women in America cannot swallow pills, like me, then people want something new and something different. So I think that this is a trend that is not just a fad, but it is actually going to stay. People are also looking for very clean ingredients in what they're putting in their bodies. There's, in beauty, in food, and skincare, all of these industries, people want to see clean label products. And there's not many alternatives in the supplement space. And especially when you're pregnant, you are nourishing not just yourself, but you're developing baby. And we want to make sure that you have the most absorbable, the most powerful, the most real food option available, which science shows actually is the best nutrition.
Perfect. Thank you.
Brian?
I kept thinking about your company after your pitch. I kept finding myself in situations where I was hungry. I think there's a person in the comments talking about the golf course as well, single guy, right? And I was like, oh man, I need to just have these things with me all times, right? And I'm like, like a lot of us, I'm not the happiest guy when I'm hungry, right? And so it's kind of unfair to other folks around me too when I don't have, that good nutrition. So
yeah, when the hunger strikes, be careful.
Yes, exactly. So that's just a little bit before, but maybe you can expand on just all the use cases where it's so convenient given the packaging and the like refrigeration.
Yeah. So a lot of our customers are saying, "Hey, this is the first thing that I eat in the morning." Because when you get up in the morning, you're hangry. You need to get something to eat, and it's so portable. It's great. You just grab it, get into your car, drive wherever you need to go, and very easy to eat, very easy to snack on. You just can have it in a few bites, but it's also quite satisfying. So up to 10 grams of protein per serving, dietary fiber that helps your digestion. And it tastes really good. And that was one of the most important things. So people are using it as a quick bite of breakfast before they can, have their bigger breakfast or before their mid-morning snack. People are saying, I like to take the chocolate sea salt bar. I like to eat it before I go to bed because the magnesium in it helps me to sleep. Or it's like a little sweet treat after dinner. I always like having the peanut butter chocolate with like a decaf coffee at 3 p.m. when you just need a little pick-me-up. The 3 p.m. coffee break, it's a real thing. Even if you're, working at home, take that break and get a little bit of fuel because this bar is not just a snack, but it's actually 100% a daily value of 27 vitamins and minerals.
Fantastic. Yeah, Hannah, I don't know if you peeked the comments yet, but all of the comments are actually from people who did not start eating Tind while they were pregnant or preparing to get pregnant, interestingly enough. But talk to me a little bit about form factor. Why this as opposed to this or bites or some other holdable, portable shape?
Yeah. Well, on the form factor issue, things like this gummy, these kinds of bites, you have to, this serving size of this gummy is like 3 bites, and it also can't contain all the nutrients that you need. You can't get omega-3 into gummies. You can't get iron into gummies. There's certain molecules that are too big to put into gummies. So Bazad spent 3+ years, hundreds and hundreds of iterations. He's a product genius, for testing different formats. Testing, baking it, putting into cookies like this and that, tried everything. And we came across this because it big enough to hold all the nutrients that you need in pregnancy, which is the most nutrient demanding stage of life, but also convenient because the bar category is, it's very competitive, but people like bars. People are used to bars and people are familiar with bars. I am not particularly a bar person, but I eat this every day because it's so convenient and it's like a great satiating snack. And so we have gotten, a lot of customer feedback and people are just saying, this is the perfect snack. It's the perfect size. I like eating it with coffee. I like, it's not like a whole bunch of little bites that I have to like take around like 3 at a time and like put into something else. You just take this package on the go. Super easy. We want to make it easy. We want to make it delicious. And we want it to be, to feel good, to integrate into your lifestyle.
Fantastic. You don't have any questions in the comments either, but once again, lots of enthusiastic people of all bodies and types love the product. So friends, if you would like to vote for 10, this is the last chance. You're going to text the magical number 4 to 542. I'm sorry, I'm going to do it again because I messed up. If you want to vote for 10, you're going to text the number 4 to 520-542-2608. Once again, for realsies this time, text the number 4 to 520-542-2608. Now I need a snack. But thank you so much, Hannah.
Thanks.
All right, this is Candace's obvious favorite part of the entire season. So,
Perfect.
friends, if it's your first time seeing a finale of our show, this is when our production team is tabulating all the last votes. So get all your votes in right now. Don't forget your favorite number for your favorite company. And we'll stop the tabulation probably in a minute or two so we can make sure we get them all in. And we'll deliberate here as to who our favorites are. The voting system is just like our investment committee. So if I get a vote, Brian gets a vote, our chair, Candace, gets 2 votes, and you, the audience, get to sit in on our investment committee, and you get a vote as well. So, Lisa, one more time, the phone number is 520-542-2608. I'll run down the companies one more time. Kiss Kiss Goodnight is number 1. Phreshly is number 2. 50Hertz is number 3. And 10 is number 4. Once again, just text the number, not the word, to 520-542-2608. And we'll count your votes in. Big time, big choices for us to make. I'm very excited, though.
Yeah, maybe we can leave them open until 8:15 and we can deliberate here. Woof.
Oh,
Nuts.
okay. That sounds great.
No,
what are your initial...
no.
If Kate can pull it off, I'm down. What are your initial thoughts?
So help me understand what we're doing here, because we haven't done this in a year and some change.
Yeah. You're going to name the person you would like to win. In the case that we don't all pick the same person, whoever gets the most votes wins the grand prize. Whoever gets the second most votes wins the second prize. And then the third most votes, third prize. And then we'll do something fun. For the fourth place person, we'll announce that everyone will get something really fun at the end of the show. But that's how we're going to do it.
And what are the prizes, Lexi, for the folks at home?
For the folks at home, the grand prize winner, no, we'll go backwards. We'll go backwards for more anticipation. Everyone on this episode is getting free tickets to, I probably shouldn't say publicly yet, I will say all of our Black Tech Week programming for 2023. Exactly what that is, you'll hear about it very, very soon. But there's lots of cool things we're hosting. You're getting tickets to all of it this year. We're so excited to see you there. And if anyone on this episode wants to work with us in a speaking role or a workshop role or providing products to the show, to the conferences, email me and let me know. You get first dibs. Third place winner is getting a $5,000 cash prize. Second place winner is getting a $10,000 cash prize. And our grand winner, big forward founder, head honcho, is getting $25,000. As a reminder, this is a cash prize. We're not taking any equity, no weird rules, no fake debt. This is a cash prize to the founders that win. So once again, the numbers are here below on the screen. Make sure you've got your votes in. I'm so glad that everyone in the audience is enjoying it. So M. Weiner, I'm glad you learned a lot about it. We appreciate that. And Little Green Menace, we're glad that you learned something here tonight too. So everyone in the comments, actually what I want to hear from people watching is, who did you vote for?
Yeah, who do you want to win?
Let us know. Who did you vote for? I have an inkling that I kind of know who Craig Stanford voted for. I kind of think I know.
Craig's out here on the golf course with his prenatal protein bars. White wild.
And Craig's not here with his 18 cans of peanuts.
I'm sorry, that was Davisaurus 23. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad, Craig.
Yeah, Dave is golf course. Craig is, I got all these cans of peanuts in the house.
He's got a lot of peanuts. It's got a lot of peanuts.
We see that Barn is voting for 10. Angel Blue is 10. Lisa hasn't decided yet. Like, the real Tim J said they're not going to say who they voted for, but their lips were tingling as they did it. I think we know what that means. Ichotala voted for Kiss Kiss Goodnight. Let's see. Rondon is 10. Lil Green Menace is checking out all of the products on tonight's episode. This is so exciting.
Oh my God.
Candace hates this part.
Queen Amon is 50 Hertz.
Okay, so are we going to announce the audience one first? What are we doing here? Or are we just all going to deliver? What are we doing?
When Kate says the audience vote is ready, Kate, send us a message either on Slack or in the private chat. Give us a thumbs up when it's ready, then we can announce that one first. This is so exciting.
And then all of our numbers add up to whoever this number one.
I don't know what you just said.
Don't worry about it.
Just
I'm nervous, you guys.
Just pick your favorite. The way it plays out, like if we can have a clear winner, we'll announce a clear winner. If we have to do multiple audience votes, we'll do that if we have to.
Okay.
Pick your favorite. We've had to do multiple audience votes before.
Yeah.
Kate says she's ready with the audience vote.
All right.
People's champ.
All right. So, Kate, our producer, is going to let us know who the audience vote is. And then the three of us will each announce our vote, and we'll keep tally to see who's running number 1, number 2, and number 3 in the ranks. So, Kate, if you want to, or
you
want to. Okay, so the audience vote is Kiss Kiss Goodnight. So we're keeping score. So far, Kiss Kiss Goodnight has 1 out of the 5 final votes to win this show.
The pressure.
I'm excited. The pressure is on. The pressure is getting worse and worse. I'm on the
okay.
Guys. It's too much
who's
internet.
Who's going next?
I think Lexi usually goes next.
Okay, I'll go next. I think this was a super tough finale. Super tough. I love all of the companies. I will say in my last minute deliberations, I can't help but think about 50 Hertz and Tend a lot. I think there's something really unique about where they are in their categories, or even potentially emerging categories, depending on how you think about them. That seems really fun, exciting, and fresh to me. And they both have such interesting and growing customer demographics that tend to be overlooked for those products. But when I think about it even longer, I think I got to give my vote to the 50 Hertz team, because what they're doing is wild. I'm a tingle head. Give it to me every day. But more importantly, they're doing something that I haven't seen done in at least a decade in culinary, period. So this is very exciting and has a lot of places it can go. And I can't knock those numbers. 20,000 orders overnight. It's wild.
So Lexi, why don't you recap the votes so far then?
I'll recap one more time. There are 5 votes on the committee. The audience has voted for Kiss Kiss Goodnight with 1 vote. I have voted for 50 Hertz with 1 vote. Which means right now, it is literally still anybody's game.
Brian.
I literally have 2 winners in my head. I'm going to force myself, obviously, to pick one. Though I'll say there isn't a bad company in the final, as always. The team at Target and Lexi.
Fire. Let's start there.
Oh, they do a great job. They do a great job. No, we're super happy to have their support and letting us do this with their founders. What it came down to for me was there is literally one product tonight that could be used in all the other products, right? And that would be 50 Hertz. You could have a tingling time in the in the bath. You could have tingling in the drinks. You could have tingling in 10. Like it could literally be used across the
Tingling in
category.
the bath.
So, yeah, and for that kind of wide range of use, 50 Hertz would be my choice.
All right, so let's recap. There's 5 votes total that you're eligible to receive. Kiss Kiss Goodnight has 1 vote. 50 Hertz has 2 votes. Candace, this is your time.
And Candace has 2 votes.
She's our chair.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. So if you follow our portfolio at all at Lightship, and if you know anything about my own investment philosophy, I love to talk to a founder that has a lot of new ideas in their back pocket, and that work is potentially IP driven, and deeply scientific. I love those things. So for me, my winner, and this is really hard. My winner is Kiss Kiss Goodnight.
All right, guys. So let's do some math. All right. There are 5 votes. Audience, I need you to get your phones out. We're going to need your help one more time. So in these 5 votes, Kiss Kiss Goodnight has 3 votes. 50 Hertz has 2. And we got to decide
Who number 3 is.
Who's third place. So get your phones ready again. We're going to reset the clock on these votes. So one special congratulations to Kiss Kiss Goodnight for winning this season. This is wild. We're so excited for you. Thank you so much, Shelly. It's been an absolute pleasure. And special thanks to Lois and Yao for second place. Come on, Shelly. Hello. Congratulations on winning the season.
Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. My kids are screaming upstairs and I'm crying and trembling.
Aww.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much to our community. I like you guys really showed up for us and you all did. And I truly appreciate this. And Target accelerators too.
Thank you for everything you're building.
You're making everybody cry right now. You just
Somebody snuck away.
Oh.
I don't know how she got through.
This is
the
perfect.
fortress.
This makes it better.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much.
I love this.
Thanks,
Thank
Shelly.
you so much, Shelly. Congratulations on winning. Welcome to the Twitch Pitch Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Excellent. So beautiful. And let's bring on our second place winners. Let's bring back Lois and Yao. If we can.
Oh, I'm sure they're back there. Hold on.
Not yet.
They're still here.
Congratulations on second place, guys. Congratulations on the $10,000 cash prize. We're so excited to do this season.
Thank you.
What a delicious experience. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you get a chance, I just placed my order during the episode. So excited.
We're at something tingly already. It's already tingly, but something surprisingly tingly to your order. And also, Lois and I were chatting earlier. We're gonna do, if we got the 25K, we're gonna run a 25% off for the product. If it's a 10K, we're gonna do a 10% off. If it's a 5K, we're gonna do a 5% off. So now we're gonna do a 10% off sidewise. And also, Brian, thank you for that tingly bath idea. Why not? It's cracking me up. And I thank you so much. We were so overwhelmed by the response, and I think we're making a really new emerging category. It's a new sensation, and you, three of you, and all of the audience here tonight have witnessed, this whole journey. And it just started. We're gonna make more tingly. We're gonna make the world tingly. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So guys, you heard that here first. 10% off at 50 Hertz. Go get it. But I need everyone's phones. I need your help because we don't have a third place winner yet. So everybody, I'm going to need your help one more time. We've got to decide if Phreshly or 10 is going to place third and win $5,000 in cash on this season. Kate, whenever you're ready, if you could confirm for us the numbers again. We got to go back and vote one last time, as George Washington said in Hamilton. Shout out if you caught that reference. If you think Phreshly should take home third place, you're going to do it all over again. We're going to text 2 to 520-542-2608. Once again, they're 2 to 520-542-2608. I see people cheering for Phreshly in the comments. This is very exciting. And if you would like 10 to take home third place, you're going to text the number 4 to 520-542-2608. Once again, for 10, text 4 to 520-542-2608. We're going to tabulate these votes. Audience votes. Even if you voted for Kiss Kiss or 50, tell me, who are you voting for now?
Just these two.
Put it in the chat. Phreshly, 10. Phreshly, 10. Drinks, vitamins, drinks, supplements, party.
Now I know your style. This is helpful to understand. I have learned a lot today. Meetings and here.
Come on. All right. We are so excited. All of these
When are we going to close the polls?
We've got Team 10 cheering. Let's see. Kate, let us know when you are ready to announce third place.
Gosh, I am super psyched. I'll tell you what. He really sold those peanuts. And then whoever that gentleman was talking about, I just ordered 18 of them. As soon as I saw that, that's when I was like, oh, these people are wild about this particular product. And I don't understand how you eat 4 cans in 1 week. That's a lot of peanuts.
And I'm feeling the same way, but about Kiss Kiss. I'm literally going to order one of the paint things and paint my face and then wash my face. I'm very excited to have a colorful face wash experience.
Yeah, I am. I'm pumped. The little face wash that she's got here on the page, it's for baby and sensitive skin. I was like, I like that. Yeah, I'm that.
Sensitive. It feels like all these companies are like little secrets that people know, and then they tell their friends like, "Hey, try this thing," you know.
Those are the best ones. Like, you know, when we find a company, like just as they have a group of rabid fans, it's those that are huge. You remember that season that we had XCJ?
Yes.
Those people were wild about those soup noodles. Wild.
I still buy XCJ dumplings to this day.
They sell them on one of the delivery companies. They'll deliver them that way. And now they have a vegan noodle.
Ooh, very exciting. All right. Yeah. Producer Kate said she's ready to go. She's ready to reveal third place winner. Kate, let us know who's taking home the third place prize. Congratulations, Paul and Phreshly, for third place here on Twitch Pitch. Congrats. Popping bottles, cracking cans.
Thank you.
Paul, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone on this season. We thank you, Hannah 2 and 10. We love the company, love the product. Thank you to all 16 of our companies in this season. Thank you to all 60 companies in the past 2 Target Forward Founder cohorts. It's been an absolute blast working with all of you the past few weeks. Friends, if you like what you saw here, come hang out with us more. Go to Lightship Foundation, sign up for our newsletter, see what other cool stuff we have cooking this year. We have so many announcements that are just right around the corner. Follow us all on social media. We are at Lightship Found at most places. Some places we're at Lightship Foundation. Also follow Lightship Capital. It's going to be a great year over here. Come party with us. But thank you, everyone, especially our sponsors at Target, Forward Founders, to Haji. You've been with us since day one. Thank you so much, Lisa, the whole gang. Thank you so much for everything. And with that, we're going to wrap up our 9th season. It's been a party.
And thank you to Kate DeJesus from our team for making this all happen.
Our new executive producer, Kate, crushed this entire season, killed it. She's incredible. I don't know what we'd do without her. And with that, we're going to say good night one more time.
Good night.
Ciao.